Everyone wants money. People are obsessed to obtain as much cash as possible. But what exactly is money? What makes it so useful? How did it develop? To answer these questions, we must look at the history of currency. Currency can be created from a variety of materials. It is an essential part of economics, and is constantly evolving to suit the needs of a given population. Early humans bartered surplus goods for needed materials. Eventually, one or a few items were being used more and more for trade, mostly because they were available in large quantities, valuable in some way, or were small and easy to carry. These items eventually became a localized common currency, where people living in a certain radius all used the same item for trading goods. Two examples of common currency were cowrie shells and cacao beans. Cowrie shells were used extensively by various African tribes as currency, and it is still a common trade item today. Cacao beans were mainly used by the Mayans, who implemented the tropical plant into their trade system. This method worked well for smaller tribes and societies.
But as civilizations grew larger and as the volume of trade increased, shells and beans grew more and more obsolete. With the development of metallurgy, people found a new material to make their money. Gold and silver were the most preferred metals, although bronze and iron were also commonly used. Metal coins quickly became popular, and within a few centuries of its creation, coin currency dominated trade in the Eastern Hemisphere, and mints popped up from Spain to China. Coins are so useful that it is still a common sight in most countries today. Yet as trade increased further, even coins were not enough to support the growing nations. This time, the inventions of paper and printing allowed for the creation of paper money. Paper money is an important milestone in the development of currency. It represents the shift from currency with value to currency without value. What this means is that items like gold have value as a precious metal, but materials such as paper had little value on its own. The value of paper money is determined by the country or company that controls its production. Paper money also allows for widespread inflation through overproduction of bills and counterfeits created by unauthorized groups. Still, despite its unstable nature, paper currency became popular through its lightweight and production efficiency, and has become a major part of the modern economy.
With the entrance into the modern era, credit cards were introduced into the newly globalized economy. Barcodes were read by machines which sent the payments to the banks, which deduct the cost from the buyer's balance. Credit cards opened the way for identity theft and overspending, but its small size and worldwide accessibility make it much more efficient than both coins and paper bills. So signs like this are now popping up from closed stores to fast food restaurants.
Bitcoin, like most online currencies, are not tied to any government or company, and all exchanges are done completely online. In fact, Bitcoin has grown exponentially since 2011, indicating to a bright future for a completely online economy. But incidents like the bankruptcy of Mt. Gox, a major Bitcoin investor, in February 2014 could delay the development of online currency. But even though we may not know it, we already rely heavily on virtual cash. Corporate giants in the stock market, such as the Dow and Nasdaq, are fully digitalized.
This is an interview with Mrs. Lorna Alexander, a retired teacher from Birmingham Charter High School. What is your standpoint on common currency, such as credit cards and online banking?
Well, I do both. I don't do barter. I do have credit cards. I have one credit card which I use, and I have a sad story about that one. And I also do online banking. Online banking is that every month when something is due, the company is automatically deducting the amount from my checking account. So far, I have had no problems with that. Every month, all I do is check the statement that they send me. That works very well. Credit card, not so well. But that was all of my fault, because I received an email asking me for some information because of some problems with delivery. I happened to be expecting delivery from Amazon.com. So I gave the information, which was far too much information than I think I should have given. And I immediately questioned that I should have done that. So I called Amazon, asked them if they sent me the email requesting all that information. They said they didn't. I said, oh. They said, what you do is change your password immediately, call the bank, and tell the bank what happened. The bank canceled my credit card and put an alert on my account. and caught two big purchases that tried to go through but didn't go through because I had changed my password.
So how big a threat do you feel identity theft is?
I think it's a big threat. I'm not the only person, and actually there are three companies that I know of that for a certain set amount per year will will protect your identity.
So you think it is covered appropriately?
No, I don't, because there's only so much that those companies can do, and hackers can go in and hack. For example, they hacked Target last year, and they hacked Michaels. They hack certain other institutions and get a lot of personal information, and they share that. We don't know how they're doing it, but they are. All I can say is I'm glad I didn't go to Target last year, from about November 28th till now. I haven't gone to Target. Lucky me.
It seems that the future of money is still uncertain. Only time will tell how currency will develop.